Today, I'm going to talk about a very important and very interesting topic. And the topic is how to give feedback. So, before we come on how to give feedback, what is feedback? The feedback is a reaction given on a product or a service or a task which somebody has performed. And the intention of feedback is very positive. It's always given with the intention that it helps to improve one of these. So you don't know what will be the reaction of the person when you give the feedback. So it's very important when you give a feedback that the person who is giving the feedback and the person who is taking the feedback or receiving the feedback both have to be in sync. What I mean by in sync, that the person who is receiving should know that it is for his improvement, where the person who is giving the feedback also has got the same intention. There is no disagreement when you start giving the feedback. So what do I mean that how to make it in sync? How to make that both are ready to talk on something? So the first step in giving the feedback is you ask the person opinion. He feels that it is for him. For example, take example. There is a team member in your team, right? He's making a lot of errors while typing the email to customers. But you definitely have observed at least in last 5-6 mails that he making the mistake. So this was not a one-off case. Definitely it's a case that you need to give a feedback. And what is feedback that you want him to improve while he typing. So first step when I say that in sync, the receiver and giver is basically ask him like this. I'm observing few things in last few days which I feel that it is important for both of us to talk about. Do you think you have some time today or tomorrow where we can discuss this in detail? So this definitely makes the person curious that what is the feedback he is trying to give. He will say, yes, I am available today or tomorrow. When you are coming to give a feedback, make sure that you make him comfortable. Take the same example, which the error in typing the mail. So you can definitely set a context here to make him comfortable. Like, I know that you are very concerned about customer satisfaction. I have seen these several occasions that you have taken care of customer and you go to the minor details to make sure that customer feel happy and satisfied. But in last few days, I have seen something which needs improvement. Sometimes the feedback, is confused with the sugar coating. You give a sugar coating in a way that it looks like that you are appreciating. You sandwich something in between, like too many good things in between something for him to improve, again too many good things at the end. The person doesn't know whether he needs some improvement. So I'm not talking that. I'm talking about just to make him on board, just to make sure that he's on board with you, he's in agreement with you. So now again coming back on the same one. Now be prepared with the facts, figures and the numbers. So when you're giving this feedback in this case, you have to be very clear that what you have observed, how many mails you have seen, what are the errors you have observed, and how it could hamper the customer satisfaction. So you have already set a context that he is not a person that he doesn't take care of customer, he takes care of customer, but he is not aware of that he making the mistake. And that's where you need him to improve. So then definitely he will go into little more detail and there could be a discussion. He will realize that yes, there is a need for him because there is evidence. You already have got the number, you already have the evidence in front of you. So he will agree that yes, he needs improvement. The most important part of giving feedback is that don't leave it inconclusive. You have to make sure that it is concluded with some actions, some actionables, which the giver and takers both agree. There should be a plan. It could be 30, 60, 90 days or whatever plan you want to set to make sure that the review process set. At the same time, you also offer your help. In this case, the same example, you ask him that what is the help he needs from you. So that also makes him comfortable that you are not just criticizing, you are not just suggesting something, you are giving him the honest feedback, and that is for him because you are trying to help him to improve. So then he might come back and say, I need this help. So put that in action, and after a few days, again, or what the frequency you have set, try to review and see how the progress is made. How do you make sure that this trust is built up, and he in fact next time he comes to you for taking feedback rather you going to him, and that can happen only when he sees the value in this, the action what was decided you followed, the help what you agreed you provided. And don't forget that anytime you see the improvement, make sure that you appreciate him, you give him the feedback that yes, there are 5 things, I have seen 3 things you already done on time, well done, absolutely, I'm very happy that you are improving. So these are the things which possibly we need to learn when we give the feedback. So there are many different ways where you can try whatever way it works, but there are a few things which I have learned in my experience and I wanted to share with you. So thank you so much for watching Sankalan.